You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, break on through to the other side, yeah.
The Mammoth Hydra is a VTOL aircraft in Grand Theft Auto 5 that I am a big fan of. It's based on the real-world Sea Harrier, which is a plane that I am also a pretty big fan of. It uses a Pegasus engine with nozzles to either take off directly upwards or take off forwards like a regular plane. But this is a video game, so what does that matter? The Hydra was one of the first additions to the GTA Online sandbox through one of its updates, and thus isn't really looked at anymore. As deez said in one of his excellent videos on the Hydra recently, it's kind of left in the back of the hangar and forgotten about, collecting dust instead of showing off its little secret. All of the jets in the GTA Online sandbox have their own little niches. One in particular that is quote-unquote the fastest,
Ride you.
which is based on the F-35, again, loosely, and this is its top speed. Now, what these numbers actually mean, I will get into a bit later, but this is that same gauge in the Hydra, which is a faster plane. Oh, it's not, it's slower. Oh, wait, this doesn't feel slower. Wait a second. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. It's going so fast it's turned to night now. Damn. As for context for that speed, the Raiju will fire its missiles and chase them. And then they're far enough ahead that when they do explode, there's no real issue. However, with the Hydra, they kind of chase you. And these missiles are pretty open-minded and won't discriminate against you or another plane, so just be careful. And I do understand it may be a bit childish, but being the fastest anything in anything, it's pretty cool. Now, how to go fast. I want to say right off the bat that this technique is actually a glitch. Good news, it's never going to be patched, because that's just how Rockstar seems to operate. But I personally think that it actually makes the game more realistic. The planes in this game are slow as shit, and even doing the speed glitch, you're not really reaching anywhere near real plane speeds. Anyway, you want to get to it. So, first, you're going to want to take off in whatever way you see fit, and then get to this level on the mini-map. It's a little height gauge, and there's also a height gauge in the cockpit, which is here. Get to there, you should be good. Being at this height, the game considers that you've gone above thick air and reduces the drag on your plane. So, once at this height, you're going to want to execute some interesting maneuvers in VTOL. Because of course you are. Now, this may look a bit confusing, but don't worry. All you got to know is above the plane is gas, below the plane is brake. If you do what the green says, you go faster, and if you do what the orange says, you go slower. It is also worth reminding you that you have to be in the VTOL mode, not the jet mode. If you're in the jet mode, it does some very silly things. But using the transition between jet mode and VTOL mode can actually help you in some ways. So, from here, as the green says, you're going to hold the gas and then tilt forwards, like that. And then, after you've got to this angle, you're going to want to hold the brake and then pull backwards. Then you essentially just got to keep doing it, and you'll feel the acceleration. Now, I made this little animation as the most efficient way to go fast. But what I actually recommend is you just hop in the game and give it a go. Hop in your Hydra and give it a spin, and eventually you'll feel that you're going faster. So congratulations! You can go fast now. Go play. Now that you've mastered the ways of the speedy Hydra, you'll be glad to know that it's not actually that useful in combat. It's very good at crossing the map quickly for doing cargo, and its VTOL ability is fantastic, but its uses in combat are very circumstantial. The thing that I've had most fun with is towing other planes using the flight assist in the CEO management section. This allows bigger planes and slower planes to match your speed, which can lead to some pretty funky things happening. Some of which can be used as viable tactics in combat, mainly for rearming bombers in this instance. However, we did find in testing that there is a limit to how much it can drag, because the Hydra ends up going so fast that it kind of breaks, which is quite sad. But if you're doing this solo, the speed glitch does come in handy when engaging and disengaging targets. A prime example is here, where I'm in a dogfight with a Raiju, who is
bit of a pussy,
and is running away. So I use a bit of the speed glitch there, which helps me close the gap and helps me get guns on target. To no effect, may I add, because, you know, it's a Raiju, and then goes back to running away. However, it's not going to happen. Using the speed glitch, I can build momentum pretty quickly and then follow it into a pretty steep climb. You see, the Hydra is thick and pretty heavy, so normally going straight upwards isn't really what you want to do. But again, with the momentum of the speed glitch, I get guns on target and send a rocket. There are, unfortunately though, times where speed can't really save you. Turn fights in particular, with Raijus in particular, they're pretty agile and will not hesitate to shoot you down.
Oh, bloody hell! He's got me! He's shot all my control surfaces off! Switch to guns! Try and get him down! Come on! No! Switch to missiles! Fox 2! Come on! Oh no!
Another aircraft that you're going to want to keep an eye out for and try your best to avoid are B-11s. B-11s are based and modelled after the A-10 Warthog, and they're really not something you're going to want to go up against in the Hydra. They are remarkably agile and they're pretty slow, so you're going to be overshooting. It is possible to almost keep guns on target, but most of the time if you make a single mistake, it's going to wrap around and shoot you down again. So my favourite strategy when dealing with one of these flying warships is to take a quick trip to literally anywhere else. Because after all, you are the fastest thing in the lobby, and it being a pretty slow plane can't really keep up with you. So you run away, and then you swing back, and... What's that noise? Wait. Oh, what? Ow! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, eject! Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. As I was trying to say,
the B-11 is cringe.
You then turn around and then see if you can lag slap them. Like that. Which is something I've actually found quite a lot of success in doing, especially with going so fast. If you want to learn more about it, watch this video by Kukla. It's a fantastic YouTube channel. But yeah, going fast means that it makes it a lot easier, and also way more satisfying to actually pull off, because funny. So apart from the Raiju and the B-11, most of the dogfights are going to be a pretty fair fight, assuming that you're switched on and actually paying attention. And also assuming that your opponent has the mental stamina to get shot down and then get back up in another plane. If they don't, they'll just stay on the ground and shoot you with a railgun, because that's fun, or even they'll attempt to shoot you with a rocket launcher. But thankfully, the Hydra is one of the many planes in Grand Theft Auto that can outturn rockets. Like now, you just bank and full throttle, you'll get away from them. So across the table, you have a pretty high chance of, if not winning a fight, at least having some fun with it. Anything that can outmaneuver you, you can run away from, and anything that can't, you can just try shoot down. And what could be any more fun than that? Well, actually, quite a lot. It's always quite fun trying to take out ground-based, or in this case, submarine-based targets, using the VTOL, because it's kind of heavy and very unwieldy, and getting good with it is quite satisfying. The ejections are pretty funny too.
Wow, I'm so fucking lucky.
And generally just messing around with the Hydra can be pretty fun. Even when you do make mistakes and then bail out of them, you know, you can always just carry on the fight on the ground.
Wow, I'm so fucking stupid.
And for those times where you don't immediately get shot down by the player that sees jet, you can have some fun things go on, especially with the VTOL and cars and their collision. It's always amusing trying to pick someone up and then they fall off. Anyway, the point of this video was to try to convince you to see what I see in this fantastic plane that lives in a video game, and to tell you that you should definitely buy one of these. With the incoming GTA 6, you never really know how long you're going to be able to have access to these things, and having the ability to go fast in any video game is a pretty fun thing to do. Yes, there may be better planes for other reasons, but flying the Hydra is a bit like driving an old car. It's kind of, you see it and it's like, funky. Or at least that's how I see it. The Hydra was the first plane that I ever got with my own money in Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's kind of stuck with me ever since. I have access to many other planes, and arguably better planes, but I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Hydra. Possibly because it's based on the real-life Harrier, which is British, and I am also British, and it's also a very cool plane that can do many cool things, which I am not that. But regardless, I definitely think you should buy a Hydra. Which is silly coming from me, a random person on the internet, but GTA has helped me through a lot of weird times, and I'm sure it's helped a lot of other people through weird times. So, you know, in these golden years, in the final years of GTA or whatever, you should splash out, buy a Hydra. Thank you for watching. God damn it, ruin the cinematics, man.
Zooming. Look, there's a little car down there. Yes, I'm going to trail it, see what it does. Oh, yes, look at him, puny little vehicle down there. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, there's a tunnel. Oh, careful. Oh, nice.
Me Hydra may be down, but I'm not, and my will is strong. Now you will suffer the consequences, just as long as you stay still. Come on, still. Oh, you can shoot rockets. Yeah, that's what I thought. Couldn't hit me. Yeah, now I'm gonna hit your car with a golf club. I'm gonna go, yeah. Oh, what? Yeah. Oh, come on. Hit the thing. Oh, no. What the? Oh!
Warning, detecting major hull damage. Recommend eject.
What do you want
Reactors
about?
vulnerable.
Nah, we can make this back to Zancudo.
Forcing pilot
Come on!
eject.
Over the sea! You kidding me? I guess this is kind of pretty though. Nah. I understand where you're coming from, you know. Yeah.
Engaging enemy pilot.
Wait, what? No!
Hostile down.
Stupid plane. Can't even hit me. Dumbass.